3x4.
3x4. 3x4.
3x4.
3x4. Yeah, most people are aware that the new football season has begun.
Yes.
Unfortunately, for some, they feel like it shouldn't have begun, especially Arsenal fans.
Football Twitter.
Yeah,
Yes,
I saw
please.
during the Arsenal City game, I saw some banners up. Unai Emery, what? You've done a good job for us, but all good things must come to an end. Unai out. Like, come on, guys. The guy has just... So there's a bit of hope everywhere. Man City fans are running riot. They think they're winning the league, this weekend. United fans, of course, we are still hopeful. Yeah, Mourinho has succeeded in fooling us all into thinking he's a manager. Everybody has hope. Liverpool fans must have the greatest kind of hope. So there's a sense of optimism and new things, which is what we are feeling here on 3x4. We've got good things coming up for you, but today we're talking about precisely that: new beginnings. A friend of ours got divorced over the weekend.
First of all,
so we're trying to help them.
Bernard, your friends, tell the truth.
A few
People who like you,
apart from you guys.
Apart from us, of course, who have no choice because of the podcast.
Listen, I want us to talk about new beginnings. I want us to talk about this for a number of reasons, but mostly because there's a couple of folks out there who have gone through horrible moments in their lives. You've known that you're the hottest person in terms of, between the sheets, and then you meet this chick who tells you, dude, I was bored. How do you move on from that, right? Or you've been in campus and you've been passing,
like you
reach somewhere and then you fail.
I feel like Bernard is trying to make us his support group.
So, yeah.
I think we should start making him pay.
Help me,
Bernard,
help somebody.
What did you go through?
No, a number of horrible things. But let's not talk about me. Let's not focus on me. Right?
There's more to life.
Yeah.
For me, what really beats me is I try to imagine, how do people whose nudes are leaked, how do they pull it off? How do they get recovered? How do they get to see the light of day? Desire, for instance. She even took it to the studio.
This conversation, because really, it's
No.
Are we still talking about nudes?
No. We're being
Don't you have naked people?
no,
in your life?
because I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Someone once told me that he sleeps naked. Then I said, but what if your house catches fire? He said, I go to my neighbors and ask for clothes. I said, but how? He said, them don't they have?
Exactly. Really, it's we're not getting excited about nudes.
No, I think
2011.
what Bugsy wants to know is, assuming you woke up someday and you found your nudes on the internet. Yeah?
Honestly, as long as the lighting was good,
You're good.
It's fine.
You're fine.
It's
So you move
fine.
on very easily.
Yeah, it's fine.
I know very many people who wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. If a picture of mine leaked online, first of all, the internet would get dark. I don't know. I don't know how I'd move on from that. And this is precisely why I want us to talk about this, because people's nudes are going to leak. Yeah, how do they move on from that? Do you get up and embrace it and say, listen, I'm the guy whose nudes leaked? That's me. That's my property. Or do you first go quiet for like a month?
I go back to the village.
Yeah, but if you're unlucky, like a student, that you see a student, you could go to jail and yet you're the victim.
But by the
Okay,
way,
let's talk about the lucky ones. Let's first look at Desire, for instance. She got interviewed on BBC. She released a song. It was a hit. She was being booked onto different concerts around town.
Her accounts even got verified.
Yeesh.
But does that take away from the abuse?
And again,
No.
it's the same Facebook or social media people who keep on saying that, you're not supposed to show pornography online. But again, they were the ones verifying it. So what's the thin line?
No,
Why are you saying verifying it as if there's some kind of reward, as if she did something getting a reward?
she
Because
was-
she was the victim.
You know people hustle to get verification. Do you know Bernard is praised as a god because of his blue tick on Twitter?
Come on. Are we...
Verification doesn't take away from abuse. It's
Yeah,
like
it
saying,
doesn't,
"Oh my
yeah.
God, Benji got beaten the other day and he was on newspapers. Look at him, he's famous." You get, like, he
Yeah,
was still
it's not-
beaten. You get, eh?
So, no,
Like,
I think...
abuse is abuse. So let's not make it look like, it was some kind of
Because
blessing
of
in disguise,
Desire,
because it was
certain
just
minister
abuse.
gained back relevance.
Like, how do you...
Which minister?
Yeah.
I don't want to mention that.
So it appears people move on very easily.
No, but we don't know if they do. We don't know.
At least they appear like they do.
Because all the people who have had their nudes leaked, first of all, that's like, it's a breach of trust,
Privacy.
privacy.
Yeah.
So, but I actually and it's not a good thing to say about victims, but I'm like, the strength of people like that for them to bounce back.
Yeah.
I think it takes a
admirable. I
lot. So
think
we don't even know how they do it, because if you think about it, really, it's not something that should happen to anyone.
No, it should never.
If you share your nudes with someone, like there's a level of trust there, which is why the breach of that trust, it's if people are punished for like theft or stealing from your employer or whoever, or your partner, that level of trust that is breached because you fought with someone, so now you're going to leak
their nudes.
their nudes. It's just it's
me, I'm the kind of person who would want to empower those whose nudes are leaked a little more, so that the next time when somebody's nudes are leaked, I mean, you don't abandon.
Do you know how to empower them?
No,
Do you know how to empower them? Arrest people who leak.
Okay, that's one way. That's
Who
one
leak
way.
nudes?
Yes,
Not
who leak
the
nudes? Yes,
victims,
no,
yeah.
that's one way. No, the other way is just let people know that. Listen, when somebody leaks, any pictures of you or whatever, the problem is on them, not on you. So you should not wake up.
Yeah, but how do you make that point when
And
a
the guys-
court wakes up and goes and gives somebody a sentence because their picture is on the internet?
Oh, now
when
that's
their
now
boyfriend
that
shared
is
it,
that is where the
yeah,
problem is.
And
Yeah,
they
that's
say it's about spreading pornography, which is just ridiculous. Like, you can't police people's private space, and if somebody makes a mistake, then you come at the person who has been. You're already just going through the most of my nudes are all over the place, and then you go
And
into
then you
prison
go
because
I
your naked
really
body
don't
was
know how
on the
they
do it.
internet. I don't understand that.
For
kind
the
of
record,
logic.
the leaking we're talking about is LEAK.
Oh God!
not
Moving on
LICKING.
swiftly. Oh God! You had to.
That
crap.
clarification
Nah,
was so
man.
unnecessary. Like, it was so unnecessary. We were actually fine. Like, we all knew what we were talking
The
about.
views expressed
Well-
by Benji are not necessarily ours.
We just had to make sure the grammatical things.
But to bring your mind.
We also
back-
have to make sure that the producer does not write the wrong leaking.
But yeah, good
When-
point.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Speaking
But-
of new beginnings, I heard that someone broke up with Bernard. Is that so? Bernard,
Like
how are you doing after you
another,
broke
like
up?
another.
I'm actually
another-
asking as a friend, as a first friend. how have you been? How is life without
I
her?
have mastered the art of new beginnings. Every time I go through a breakup,
Which is often.
yeah. But why are you saying all these things? Come
No,
on.
like,
Tell
I'm
me.
giving you support.
So every time,
Are you feeling
every time I
exposed?
go through a breakup, I have a week, 7 days where I just lock myself away from the world and drink a little bit of syrup.
Syrup.
Syrup, yeah, and eat and binge watch things. And after that week, I am perfectly okay, like you never even existed. End of discussion. I move on very, very easily. So my new beginnings are pretty cool.
I think now we're going to see more pictures of his cat. What's the
What
name of
happened
that
to
cat? Remember,
Hendrix,
he used
by the
to
way? You haven't posted
Hendrix.
pictures of Hendrix.
Somebody
There was a time
wants-
when he was
somebody
about
wanted
to
to
start a series
poison
of
him.
Hendrix.
Somebody
Yeah.
just poison Hendrix.
I think
Somebody
that's the
wanted to poison
girl.
Hendrix.
I think that's the girl who came into his life, and she was like, "No, we can't compete."
Okay,
with
enough
Hendrix."
dissecting my
So
life
that
online.
means-
Can we? How do you guys? You guys have also been through breakups. I'm not the only one who has been through this
maybe those things
bullshit.
don't
Yeah,
happen to me.
Bugsy. how do you move on from a breakup of a chick who you you even started naming kids, you even picked schools, you even knew where you're going to stay. How do you move on?
But
How
he
do
has
you
laughed
no,
very hard.
this
I think he
information
has
is for
been
people
through
out
this.
there. This information is for people who are listening who might have gone through a breakup. You can always start fresh. How do you do it?
Man, Benji, why did you tell Bernard this? I now have a bad track record of being thrown out by babes.
Benji, new beginnings. How? A breakup. A horrible breakup. Like somebody you felt for and this comes from a place of experience. Wait.
You guys, you should see the
Put yourself
expression
in the
on
shoes of
benches.
the girls you've thrown out.
No, you should like on benches and back this face. They just look like, oh Lord, like why are we talking about this? Like we are.
How do
lives.
you move on from that?
I think we should also talk about if, for example, like you finish school, you're done with school. You've been in school all your life. What happens? Like now you're done with school. You're are supposed to look for a job. You've probably passed. There was a guy in KIU in the news, I think the other week. He got a first class from KIU, and but he has not got a job. Okay, he has a job, but it's underemployment, it's not unemployment. And he was in the news crying. So I just wonder how did you guys like when you left university? Were all of you guys working?
No, I wasn't. When I finished this year, I wasn't working.
I was, but it had nothing to do with my degree. Actually, up until now, my degree is properly stashed away somewhere.
What did you study?
Never made use of it. Development studies. I have a bachelor's in development studies. And I have something else. I have two others, which I won't even mention here, because you guys will think this guy should be a pilot. So I'm not going to mention those. I'm not going to mention those others. Yeah. So for me, after campus, the fresh beginning was very easy.
But can you imagine if you've been in
business.
school all your life, probably boarding school, then one day there's no more school. You have to.
It's weird, but I think that for me, I was very privileged to have nice parents, so I sat in their house and ate their food for a while. And then I went and started volunteering at my current workplace. Again, I could afford it because my parents gave me transport. And then life. Eventually.
But you're like 1% of.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm very privileged, because I don't think that happens. Like, not everybody has access to a place like that, like to walk in and be like, "Hi, I would like to volunteer." But again, that was also because I had done a previous internship there. Right.
I think
so. I think maybe people start with the places that they've interned before. That's a good place to start to look for. If at least people who have worked with you, even if they don't give you work there, at least they will be able to refer you or to give you tips on where you could go. And then you go to the internet, you wait for someone to post job alert, please RT.
Yeah, and then you fall in.
Yeah, then you fall
But
in.
I think, like Moselle Radio said, we learn to learn. Like, we spend most of our time in school. At the end of it, there's nothing you apply, but you still get to learn on job something fresh.
So how do you get to that job?
And just like in life, from primary school, you live as a big boy in P7, S1, you're bullied.
You're a small boy, yeah.
From S1, then you get to
S6,
senior 4, then you, let's say, join another school, you're the new hit. Then afterwards, from senior 6, fresher. Then again, after, let me say, campus, then you have these girls hitting you up and they say, oh, for you, you're lonely, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have a boyfriend. Then you get a boyfriend. Then before that, they tell you, oh, you're single, you're not yet married. You get married. Then
it's a cycle, yeah. It's always some
you
kind
should
of,
know how to have
a new
children,
beginning
so
of sorts.
Then you're childless.
Maybe I think the first thing you should do when you finish campus is just get your mind out of the clouds. That degree is, for without mincing my words, is a waste of time.
But not necessarily.
No, listen, no. I don't mean like rip it to shreds and flush it down the toilet. But if you can't do it, what I mean though is the world out there is much harsher, much tougher, much more demanding than that degree you've gotten. And nowadays, the people who have 3, 4, 5 degrees, the people who have masters and PhDs and all these things, and your single solitary uni degree is just the beginning.
Sorry?
Also, again, a good place to start is to start working while you're still at campus, because sometimes when you're at campus, you have access to money. Like my parents, their money dries up the moment you finish school.
So
like it's over. No, that money is over. Like when you finish school, the money is over. So while you still have that net of they're giving you, like upkeep, you're staying in a place for free, basically, because your parents are paying for your hostel. So you have that kind of space to try out work. So if you can work and study, or do some work remotely, that would also be a good place to start.
Another new beginning,
so that you already have an idea of what the
when
workplace looks
you
like.
change jobs, like your first day at a new workplace, how do you blend in?
You mind your business.
Yeah. You
mind your
just
business.
keep on the low, get to know the cleaners,
Yeah.
get to know the gate man.
Let me tell you guys a story
your
about
favorite
a new beginning for a job. So I used to work somewhere.
Of course.
We all know where I used to work, but
Okay,
continue.
carry on.
Then I got a job in
Somewhere
civil
else.
service somewhere else. So of course I carried my dressing style of my previous workplace to civil service. Now you guys, I don't know if you know, but civil service has a dress code.
We saw the miniskirts. No.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can only, I don't know where, if you're a woman, skirt has to be some length. You have to wear either a jacket or long sleeved, what, that sort of stuff. So this one day,
Came in your jeans.
I was in my jeans, and I don't remember the shirt. I think it was like a blue shirt,
Omo.
and I had tucked in. So I'm there in office. I think it was like day 2 of office. No, I hadn't actually tucked in. I hadn't tucked in. So it was just a shirt and jeans. So they say the PS is coming. We have a meeting with the PS. You guys. So
Confident Benjamin.
I'm going to my meeting.
With your
Then they say,
laissez-faire attitude.
do you know that there's a dress code for
His meeting.
civil service at 8? The PS coming. So there and then, one colleague gave me a coat, but he was significantly bigger than me.
So you look like
Big and
dear
old.
Vice President Edward II.
Yes, so I had the second coat. Then, of course, I needed to tuck in now. Then I had the blue shirt, but then I got a green tie.
Now check.
So
And like,
I
this is when you miss the internet. Like I wish someone had taken that picture and put it like on Twitter.
yeah.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
The good thing is
But that was
I
those
started.
days,
Yeah,
in the 80s.
I have
That was,
I have
the
work
early-
experience for long
in the
ago.
early 80s.
So it came to time for introducing yourself. I had been sitting at the back, of course, because I was feeling like like a poorly done Christmas tree. So they say, okay, we have a new member of staff. Please introduce yourself. So I stand up. The PS looks at me and says, "But how are you dressed like this?" Yet I was in a tie. I was in a.
You felt organized.
Couldn't even see the jeans, Anyway, after that I went and bought new clothing.
So when you're moving from one workplace to another,
So maybe
Find out.
try,
Just
figure out
try
what
researching.
they
Yeah,
wear, yes.
figure out
yeah.
what they wear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
because someone
try,
recently posted a picture of themselves at the BBC. I can't remember who it was, and
I think
said
it
they
was
were
Larry.
overdressed. Yeah, they
Was
said,
it
"Oh my
Larry?
God,
It was
I
Larry.
like I went to work in a whole suit and I look ridiculous."
Yeah.
But wait,
So-
Benji, so are you back to civil service? I'm seeing you all swaved up.
Yeah,
blue
by the-
shirt.
yeah.
No. Now I'm a boss.
For the record, by the way, Benji is dressed in a very neat and suave. He's got very expensive shoes. He's got
now
a
I'm
nice
a
blue
boss.
pants.
He has
He's
that
got-
fuck boy tie.
Yeah, he's got some nice tie on
So
him. Now you're a boss.
Yeah, now I'm a boss. So you have to dress. You said people take you seriously when
Yeah.
you show up in a tie and coat. Yeah,
Yeah,
when
we
you're wearing a
we
jacket,
actually took you
people,
serious.
yeah,
for
people
today.
take you seriously. So
Shockingly, yeah, no, we did.
Even now, you can see how we're listening.
Yeah, we
to
did,
you.
right?
Attentively.
But one last thing I wanted to ask you guys. With this whole new beginnings thing, there are guys who've been in parliament since forever. You go for an election and you lose. Like you don't know life outside parliament. How do you start all these by-elections and you've thrown in
outside State House.
all these by-elections? You've gotten your heavy loan from the bank.
First of all,
Like
you
81
know that
billion to invest,
there is
and then you lose.
There is like an organization of sorts. I think the former MPs organize
Hey.
themselves, in some kind of. I remember former honor. And do they retain the title when they are gone?
But they are dishonorable. So I
Anyway,
don't
so
even know why you're buying.
former MP Sanjay Tana from, I think he was from Tororo.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about that organization around the time of the election, just after the election, when people had lost their seats, and then some of them hadn't even gotten ministerial posts like they hoped, and then they were saying that they are elders, as former legislators, they have a place, and I think
So they have a small organization.
our lovely president even promised to support them in
They have
some
like
way.
a Kasako
I think they
what?
went like a Sako what, small. So I think you joined there.
It's actually hard.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know.
But don't they
they
are they paid some money?
No,
No, they are not.
no.
They are
When
not.
you're
They are
done,
not.
you're done.
But
You're
I've seen some
But-
former MPs who are withered, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
If
bad.
the former what's his name? He was the former LC5 chairman of Gulu. He was called Walter Ochora.
Ochora.
Walter Ochora lost to Norbert Mao, and actually, so you invest a lot of money in the election. So sometimes you even take
I like how you
loans.
said
a lot.
invest like it's a business.
He
It
died
is,
out
it is, yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
Like out of the pressure and depression, he actually
Yeah,
died
people die all the time.
after he lost that election.
Yeah.
Moving on is hard, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, don't die. Like if bad things happen to you, rise up somehow. Find a way to move on. Lock yourself in the house for a week if you
No,
must.
that's unhealthy. Please don't
And don't
guys,
do that.
First of all, never listen to men for self-care advice. Now, listen, when you're feeling bad, that's the best time to really reach out to people. You can distract yourself with,
Assuming
like other people who love you. If like
Really?
nobody loves you like Bernard, now you can come to us, your compulsory friends. As we shall show you some love. Don't be
So yeah,
alone.
listen, if you're going through some horrible stuff, we are compulsory friends of yours henceforth. Contact us at Millennials DN. Don't ask for love partners or ask for money.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, so yeah, get in touch with us. Let us know what's happening. Yeah, my name is B Wall.
See Bernard trying to market himself. He knows ladies talking
Shut
opposites.
up,
Yeah,
For
don't
the
ask for
breakup.
love
Shut
partners.
up.
I'm Bugsy.
My name is Ophelia.
And this is Benjamin.
And we shall catch you on another fresh episode of 3x4. It's been awesome. Again, we insist, if you're going through some horrible moments, keep it together. You will be fine. If you've lost a by-election, you will be fine.
I feel like Bugs is going through something.
3x4?
3x4.
3x4.
3x4.